Welcome back, guys. We are looking at unstable catalyst because we need that to make fertile catalyst, which is what we want to make today. Now, fertile catalyst is just way better than our growth potions, but it's also a heck of a lot more complicated to make, which is fine, I guess. We need to make the unstable catalyst first. We need 120 unstable catalyst to make 120 fertile catalyst, and that's what we're going for. So we're gonna need chamomile powder, we're gonna need gloom spores, and we're gonna need sulfur powder. Now, chamomile powder and sulfur powder is easy. Gloom spores is a little bit more complicated. We've already made them before, but that doesn't make them less, let's say, annoying to make. Because gloom spores are made from gloom shrooms and yeast powder in an assembler to make gloom spores. Yeast powder we need soap powder for, and we need fruit wine for. Luckily, we're already making fruit wine, so that's not a problem, and we're not already bringing it down here, but we'll, because we're using it for brandy. So we'll just copy the fruit wine setup we have upstairs and make another one, and that'll be that. Now, soap powder is made from soap. Soap is made from plant ash and linseed oil. Linseed oil is made from flax. So we need to go up top and make linseed oil because we're going to put it in thermal extractors. So that's the first step, I think. Make some linseed oil and then make plant ash. So that's the plan. For now, at least. Alright, so we're up top. Now, our fruit wine production here is actually producing 56,600 fruit wine a minute. And right now, we're using 7,200 of it a minute. So we have almost 50,000 fruit wine a minute left. So I don't think we necessarily need to build another one of these right now. I really don't. So what we're going to do is, I think, come over here and start building some linseed production. And that should be really easy as well. So we need flax seeds, which, let's just set up a quick purchasing portal here with a box and tell you to be flax seeds. Just give you a little bit of money. We don't actually have space for the money for the flax seeds right now, which is a little annoying. We can get rid of these. So let's just see how many flax seeds or how much linseed oil we produce from one thermal extractor here. So we need a nursery. It's going to be flax seeds. And then we need a single thermal extractor to see what we can do with this. So put you in there. Get you coming up. And just stick in a thermal extractor. Let's just put it there. And then give you Just a bit of fertilizer. I did not have room for the fertilizer. Nope. Darn it. Alright, just get rid of it. Is there anything I don't mind getting rid of? Sure, the flax seeds, why not? So, grab a fertilizer, stick that in there. And that should get flax coming out. Yeah, there we go. It's just the save that's messing with it. So that'll produce 18,000 a minute. 18,000 linseed oil. Well, actually 36,000 linseed oil from one of these. 36,000 linseed oil from one. And it's for the soap that we need that. So let's just find the soap. And that's made in a blender. So let's find ourselves a blender. Soap. And you need 8,000 a minute to produce 40 soap. So we actually do have a soap build, but that's including the linseed oil. Right now we're really just building the linseed build, aren't we? So one can feed two. And we can do two next to each other. And if we say so 18,000, two of them would be 36. We'd produce 72,000, which would be 9 soap setups from one of these. Well, from one build with 4 thermal extractors, I should say. And the soap powder, here we are, is produced 1-to-1. So, and what did we need the soap powder for? Something. For the gloom spores, right? Yeah, for the yeast powder, we needed the soap powder. So that's produced in a blender as well. So give us a blender and set the recipe to yeast powder. So we need 60 soap powder to produce 30 yeast powder. And then gloom spores. What's gloom spores made in? An assembler. So let's stick down an assembler and make gloom spores, which takes 30 to 30. So this is a 1-to-1. And this is a 1-to-1. So we need 120 gloom spores a minute. Alright, that's fine. We need 240 soap powder a minute, which is not a big deal. We just need the plant ash, which is not a problem. It's just grinding down some sage and burning it, I think. Or is it just burning it? I don't remember, but that's easy. And so is the linseed oil. Now we could jump down, whoa, to this floor and just take a look at a build that we have going here for soap powder. Now, this whole thing, well, this whole thing would go away, right? Yeah. And all of this would go away. This would need to stay. But all of these belts, this whole stack, would go away. All of these extractors and such would go away. We'd need the grinders still to make the soap powder. And this produces, this is actually 240 soap powder a minute, which is what we need. So yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I think it's a good possibility. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So let's get the linseed oil set up. All right, here's our little linseed oil setup, which will produce 72,000 linseed oil a minute. And we're gonna double that. We're gonna make 2 of them. Oh, I need to do the proper copy paste, which I always forget to do, which means that I don't get the pipes, which is incredibly annoying. But we are gonna plop this down right here. Oh, we just got a point. Oh, we need to get fertilizer to these, don't we? Yeah. Well, we'll stick that there, and then we'll stick another one there, and then we'll get fertilizer to them. So what we'll just do is something like this. That's for the bottom row. And then I guess we'll just do, well, let's grab some stone thingies. Right here. Oh, and there. So we're doing, well, we're doing opposite sides, so that's fine. And there. So let's get this going. Am I up one too high? I am, aren't I? Yeah. So there. Let's get this going. And the last one. And then we'll just pop that right into there. And this will turn into growth potions eventually, and then obviously into the fertile catalyst as well. Oh, and I need to get fuel into here as well. Oversight. Slight oversight. Actually, you don't need to be there. There. And you don't need to be there. And there. So now we are producing linseed oil at 144,000 linseed oil a minute, which should be enough for a while at least. There we go. We are topped up. Wonderful. And this is, well, 16 thermal extractors producing 18,000 a minute, and 8 nurseries with flax seeds in them. And that's it. That's it. That's all it is. So this is a nice and compact little build. I kind of like it. And then we need to get that downstairs, obviously. We also need to get fruit punch or fruit wine downstairs. And we'll just be sending them down right next to the other pipes, which is not a problem at all. And I'll do that off camera. Right, I have sent all the fluids down, the liquids down. So some of them we actually don't need to make upstairs. We don't really need to make sulfuric acid upstairs. We don't really need to make brandy upstairs because they're made in an alembic. And the same goes for lavender essential oil is made in an alembic as well. So we don't really need to make it up there, but we're going to do it anyway because I kind of like having all these lines of liquid going down and just being able to tap into whatever we need, wherever we need. So I think we'll be doing that. But we need to make chamomile powder. We need to make gloom spores. Now, I did a miscalculation before, I think, or at least I stated a miscalculation. I said we needed to make 120 unstable catalyst to make 120 fertile catalyst. That's, of course, not true because we need half as many, so we basically need to make 60 unstable catalyst to make 120 fertile catalyst a minute. But we're going to make 120 unstable catalyst a minute, and we're going to make 240 fertile catalyst a minute, because fertile catalyst is a contract in the dispatch portal. So we need to make that, and it needs, I think it was it 1,200 a day? I don't remember, but it's quite a lot a day. So making the extra is quite all right. Okay, so chamomile powder, and then gloom spores. Gloom spores take up a lot of space. Sulfur powder does not. So let's actually start with the gloom spores, and we will be making them here next to where we are making our blast potions. So gloom spores, and how is it we make that? We need the yeast powder. The yeast powder is made in a blender. So let's put down a blender. And this is, of course, what we needed the soap powder for. So we need... And the gloom spores, what are they made in? Also a blender? No, an assembler. I have it all upstairs. I just want it down here where I'm actually building it as well. So gloom spores. And we're saving. Save games are starting to take a little bit longer to do. Okay. So we need 120 gloom spores a minute. Which means we need 120 yeast powder a minute. Which means we need 240 soap powder a minute. So let's start by making soap powder. We can grab some of it from over here. Well, we can grab most of it from over here. We don't need this bit. We do need basically all the rest. So if we grab, we'll just delete what we don't need. I think that's going to be the easier way to do it. If we grab something like that, not you. I don't want you. Why did you decide to select you? That's a little weird. We need from out here, really. To out here. Thank you. Oh, we need some iron ingots. Not a problem, I don't think. Well, there aren't many in here. We'll grab what is there. All right. And then I suppose we'll build you like this. Alright, so this can go away because it's coming from the wrong direction. Don't. Alright, we do need you. All of this can go away because we don't need that. And then all of this over here can go away. Which actually means that we can move you in a bit. Oh, there's... Why are there no... Oh, right. I don't have any seeds for it. No, you are as far over as you can get. Okay, that's fine. We need... Ugh. I have to do this out over, don't I? Well, maybe not. I can get it in there, the growth potion, with a bit of finagling. So then I need it to come in there, come in there, and then come out like that. No, this is fuel. This is fuel. Good job, I noticed that. Alright, so there comes the blast potions. Then you need the fertilizer. We actually don't need that at all, do we? We can just do that. And there comes the growth potions. Then we just need to buy some seeds. And we need 6 sage seeds. So let's just stick a box on the end. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can let's just put the chamomile seeds in here that we have on us, because I don't want to accidentally stick them in there. And that's some of them. And that's all of them. So now we're going to be making soap when we bring the linseed oil over. And soap powder. Excellent. So let's bring the linseed oil over. I'll do that off camera because it's so annoying to work with. Alright, we have soap powder. So that's that crossed off the list for that. And then we need to bring fruit wine over. And stick the soap powder into a blender. And we'll be producing, we'll have 4 of them. So I think what we'll simply do is stick in 2 of these. And build... Oh, wait. Oh, I selected an alembic, not a blender. I'm out of iron ingots again. Alright, I'll go stock up and then I'll be back. Alright, we have our yeast powder going. 120 a minute. So what we can do is grab some, let's say, stone blocks. Now, I don't know which direction I want these to go yet. What, but we'll do that. And there's yeast powder. 120 a minute. So that's that made. Then we need 240 gloom fungus a minute. Which is going to give us a bunch of planks that we have to get rid of. But I think we can just go grab a gloom fungus build down here somewhere. No, not this floor. Next one. Yeah, we have something here. You're producing 12, that's 24. So this is 120. We need 2 of these. Yeah, we basically need 2 of these. Okay. We don't need all of it. Damn it. All right, let's see. how our sales are doing. 36 topaz, 10 Mars, 8 Jupiter, 9 Saturn. 79 blast potions isn't half bad. I need to make more pocket watches as well, really, for the dispatch portal. Alright, a very healthy profit. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, I think we actually got everything. Yeah, we did. All right. So we need 2 of these. I think we'll have the soap powder come out, or not the soap powder, the yeast. Come out like that. And then we'll have this here. And ooh, it does fit just. We just need, we just need some portal sigils. That's fine. Okay. Let's grab some portal sigils. It just fits. That is awesome. Now the question is, can I get in there and make sure that I theoretically can? Because we need to make sure that these bottom ones get money as well. Which is not easy. There we go. And then here, how the heck do I do that? I can't get in there. To do that. So we'll have to delete this and then get in there to do that. And then build this back up. I think that's right. And then we need to do the same over here. But I'll make sure that all of them are getting money after or off camera, because that's just boring to watch. All right, so there's our 240 gloom spores a minute. The wood, the planks are just being wasted. Unfortunately, we have our 120 soap powder, or yeast powder, sorry, coming out, so that's all good. And then we just need 2 assemblers, really, to make this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think what we'll do is put a little lift in on each of these. If I can find the right spots. Like so. So you can basically come over like that. And then you can come out on top. Like that. And you can run down alongside. Okay. 2 assemblers. Let's just do 1, 2. Let's do 1, 2. You can go in there. You can go in there. You... Actually, we need 4 assemblers, don't we? Yeah. We need 4 assemblers. Yeah. So... Well... Okay. Alright, so you continue along here, come into that, and that. And then you can do these 2. So you're gonna have to come up and over. Oh, that's a little annoying. I feel like I'm doing this in a bad way, but so be it. So be it. Gloom spores. And then you do these 2. So come in there, come in there. And we'll get the output going. And now we have our gloom spores. Okay, that's fine. So that's that done. It's that done. Then we need sulfur powder. We need 120 a minute of that. And we need chamomile powder. Let's do soap powder or sulfur, because we actually have that right here. So what we'll simply do is copy I guess this for now. So we can, yeah, we can put it right up against there. And then I suppose we do need to get it out. But we could get it out over here, which makes more sense. So we'll get rid of you, put you in, put the grinder in, and do that. Oh, you're not getting any fuel. You know what? I am going to change how you get fuel a little bit. Because getting it like that is just better. So there's fuel for you. And we're going. And we are grinding. It's only 20 a minute we're doing here. That's okay. We just need 6 of these. Right? Right. So that was 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this won't fit. Only because of the trash barrel, though. Yeah, only because of the trash barrel. Wait. So what we'll do is simply move the trash barrel a bit. Over here. And then get some stone blocks. And there we go. And then they, of course, all need to be hooked up with fuel. Which, luckily, I can do. There we go. Oh, there's one more. Get yourself some fuel. Alrighty. We have this stuff coming out. And then it of course needs to come down here somewhere. On just one belt. So there we go. That's sulfur. And then we need chamomile powder. Did I? Yeah, I did put those in. So I don't know how much chamomile powder we need, but we do have some. And we have a crap ton of potions on us. And I mean a crap ton. And some sulfur. And some yeast. And some gloom fungus. Alright, that seems better. That seems better. Okay, so chamomile powder. We are using that in something, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, and our growth potions. Is that down here? Whoa. I think I fell too far. This is not growth potions. No, this is Jupiter's. We're not producing growth potions there yet. Nope. Nope. Up another floor. It doesn't seem like we're producing growth potions here yet. When the hell did I start producing growth potions? Oh yeah, there's growth potions. And there's growth potions. So where the hell are they coming from? Are they coming from downstairs? They're going that way. So, oh, here we go. Chamomile. Okay, they produce 120 a minute. That turns into... well, 80. So it's 1-to-1. It's 1-to-1. And we need 120 a minute. So we just need one. Alright, well that's going to be easy. Let's go do it. So... oh, there's some 4 silver coins on there. That's fine. So... if we just... stick you in there. Plant a chamomile seed. Get a lift. That'll produce 120. And then I think it's going to be easier to just use the regular grinder. I'm just going to skip that. So that's 120 chamomile powder a minute. And we just need to combine all this now into 4 unstable catalysts. Okay. That should be doable. Right, I paused the recording but forgot to pause the game, so maybe a day has passed, something. But that's okay, we can live with that. We have everything we need to make our unstable catalyst. So we need 4 advanced blenders, or is it advanced? I think it's advanced assemblers, isn't it? Unstable catalyst. Okay, we need 4 of these. I'm kind of thinking that putting them up on something like this would be good. Yeah, stacking them. We could stack them. That works. Let's set the recipe. And then, well, so there we have him. There we have him. Then let's move him. We'll just move them, I think, maybe we have them go out that way. Let's just put them there. Okay. Then we need to get these over here. Get those over there. And that in there. So this can just basically go like that. And like that. And then we of course need to get it up as well. So I think maybe we do this. Okay. And then we need to get them in. So, oh, and you need one as well. And so do you. So that's our chamomile powder. Yeah. 120 a minute total. That's fine. Then we have our sulfur, which I think we'll bring over like this. And then we need to get it up top as well, which is a little bit of a bother, but not that much of a bother. So you go in there, and then we put in one on each side here, and have this come up like that. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay, and you go like that. And you go like that. And then it's just these guys that we need to get over here. I think we'll just run them along like this. And this is going to be a little bit more bothersome, but it's okay. And then no. Like that. I hate that it turns it at the end. It really bugs me. Okay. And then you just need to come out here. So we'll do that. And we'll put a lift in like that. And a lift in like that. Then it can run in there. And then lift. There. And we are producing 120 unstable catalyst a minute. Wonderful. This episode is going to be a little bit longer, obviously. So that's done. Then it's this stuff. So we'll be producing 240 of these a minute. We need to make the lavender essential oil. The unstable catalyst is already being made. We need vitality essence, which is in the paradox crucible. So I guess we can have 4 of these on one of these, yeah. And oh, another day comes to an end. Let's just see how we did. A bit on the slow side for the relics, except for the Mars, which is the most important one. But yeah, we did okay. We did okay. Very okay. Alright, we need some bricks. And we need the same over here. Maybe. We need purchasing portals for them. And I forget what we're putting into those purchasing portals. Let me just contemplate that. Alright, I'm not actually sure, so I'm trying some portal sigils and some rotten logs. And this is gonna have to change, I think. I'm just testing out right now. So let's buy 1 and 1. And then we can give you some blast potions. Okay. Give you a couple more. So you do 60 a minute. What do these do? 104 a minute. I like 60 a minute. These do 24 a minute. So we need 10 of these to produce our fertile catalyst. And we need 5. No, 4 of these doing the Oblivion essence. Okay. Okay. So what if we duplicated this? We are out of steel. Okay. But that would give us the 4 making Oblivion Essence, then we can connect, and 4 of the ones making Vitality Essence, then we just need 6 more. Alright, I'm gonna go get some steel. Okay, so I've doubled this up. I turned it around so that the fuel comes in there, and then we have these here, but they don't need to be 2 away, they just need to be 1 away, I think. Oh. So there. And they, of course, need fuel. So we'll come in like this and run fuel along. Needs to be 1 longer. Okay. And you can then get your fuel. Let's turn you around. It's a little hard to see where it is. It's there. So like that. And then we basically need this on the other side as well, but with the paradox crucibles on. Oh, we need bronze rivets. I think I can get some here somewhere. I can maybe get... not there. Well, a few. Where else might I be able to get some? Nope. Nope. Damn it. I feel like I have one that does bronze rivets somewhere. But apparently not. Apparently not. Okay. Well, that's a shame. Alright, I'll go get some. Alrighty. We have 10 for Vitality Essence. Now we just need to get it over there. And we can do that relatively easily. We just need some stone blocks. And we need them basically to start here. Well, they end there. And then you come to there. Oh, we need them up 1 more, don't we? Yeah. So like that. You know what? I'm gonna make it like that. And then we need it again. And again. And then you come out that way. Or actually, you know what? Let's bring them out this way. And then we of course need to get the Oblivion Essence over there. So we need more stone blocks. Whoops. Like so. So those 5 will take 120 a minute. Those produce 120 a minute. And then we need to do the same on this side. And like that. And there's the other 120. And that's basically it. And then we of course need money. So we'll... Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. No, it isn't. What we'll do... Well, we do actually need those to come all the way to there. And then we'll put in stone blocks. There too. And we need a belt there. One of those there. And then we'll put stone blocks in there so it's nice and closed off. Should we do it on all sides? I think we should. I think we should. So, just enclose this. Looks a little nicer that way, in my opinion. Do we want to? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to do it here as well. And then, like that. And stone blocks. Like that. That works. That works. Okay. And then... I'm gonna put... No, it doesn't matter. It does. What we're gonna do? No. Just gonna put that lift in there for the money, and that can come out like that. Okay. That should do it. Then of course we need to get these out. But we'll worry about that afterwards. So now we need to move this. Oh crap. What was that? I don't want to get rid of any of that. Alright. Let's try this again. Well, we have everything we need. It is a little bit deep. I mean, we could potentially put it in like this. Yeah, that's probably better. So... Well, you do fit there, don't you? Yeah. You do fit there. So there. And then we just need money out. And fuel up. And this should get them going. Let's see if that assumption is correct. Oh, something's going. Yeah. They're going. They're going. All right, they're all going. And this does do 60 a minute. This does do 24 a minute. So that's 120. We have 10 of these, which is 240. And that should be fine. I think this is fine. I really hope it is. Yeah, it should be. It should be. Yeah, it should be. Right? Yeah, I think so. All right, so that's those. Then we need the lavender essential oil, which we'll make upstairs. And that'll make us our fertile catalyst. But I think we're going to have to do it in the next one, because we have gone quite a bit over time, I think. But yeah, this is flowing. We need to get these out, don't we? Yeah. Which we can, because I was super smart and left a space for it. At least that's the story that I'm going with. Yeah, let's put it here. All right, there's our 120 unstable catalyst a minute coming out. We can send that down that way. Then we can have the day end. We'll just let the day end on its own. You're not needed. Yes, you are. All right, fine. So there's 120 of them, and then there's 120 of them. Wait a minute. I'm only making, I'm making 120 of those. We actually need to double this up. Oh man, I screwed up. Because we're only producing 120 a minute of these. And that's only enough for 120 fertile catalyst. So we need another full of this entire setup here. All the way to over here. Crap. Well, we'll build that on the other side, I guess. Or build it in here. I think we'll build it in here. Yeah, I'll build it in here. And then we'll have the actual fertile catalyst blenders here. So I'll set up this extra bit of production in between episodes, and then we'll come back and actually get fertile catalyst done in the next one. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it would be awesome if you'd leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It really does help out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and to see you again in the next one.